By now you're all aware of Ottawa's proposed electricity regulations, which are intended to force rapid and risky changes on the nation's power grid by 2035. Calling their plans poorly conceived doesn't begin to touch on their injustice. They are disastrously uninformed and totally disconnected from reality. If implemented, the proposed federal electricity regulations will stick Canadian families and businesses with unaffordable bills and provincial governments with crushing debt. And the grid itself, based on unreliable energy sources, will risk leaving many of us shivering in the darkness in the dead of winter or sweating it out in plus 30 weather in the summer. There are a few major facts that deserve to be widely known. First is the cost of Canada's electricity systems has been built up over decades. Radically redesigning them in 12 years would cost Canadians at least $1 trillion and possibly as much as $1.7 trillion. Alberta would bear the largest cost of any province, estimated at coming anywhere between $200 billion to more than $400 billion. And those expenses would ultimately end up being passed on to you, Albertans.
We will not embark on this ideological plan that could leave Albertans and Canadians rationing power during the coldest days of the year. Now, we talk about blackouts and brownouts, but let's talk about what that actually means. Think of a mom awake with her baby in the middle of the night and she can't turn on the lights. Think about rationing. Again, Germany, Texas, California, at times of high demand. That means for everyday Canadian families, those times of high demand being between 4 and 9 p.m. That's homework, school pickup, hockey, soccer, piano, dinner, all in the dark. That is a risk that we just won't take. But if these regulations are not changed, Canadians will almost certainly see this as their new daily reality.
Well, we're preparing a Sovereignty Act motion. And I'm hoping we don't have to use it. That's why we're at the table having these negotiations. But we are going to defend our constitutional jurisdiction to make sure that we develop our oil and gas industry at our own pace and that we develop our electricity system so that it achieves the goal of reliability and affordability. And look, we are in alignment with a carbon neutral by 2050 target. So, but we also know that we have to work with industry and the pace that they are doing their capital turnover, at the pace that new technology becomes available. And our number one objective is to make sure that we do not have blackouts in winter or summer, and to make sure that people have reliable and affordable energy. So we're prepared to use the Sovereignty Act motion. I just hope we don't have to.